All right, welcome to Super Real Estate Sunday. As you know, I'm Jacqueline Battle and I'm with National Land Realty. And today I want to talk to you really quickly about some ways that you may not have considered that can empower you to graduate to land ownership. So you may be a person who already owns your own home or an individual who's not purchased any real estate yet. This is your opportunity. It's an excellent time for purchasing or selling real estate because it's a buyer's market. It's a seller's market. Listen, I need you to know it's your market. So quickly, what we're going to talk about today, three things. We're going to talk about, firstly, the way that you can finance purchasing real estate. There are several great grants that are available to purchase specifically land. But I want you to know I'm a licensed realtor. So I'm able to sell you I'm a licensed real estate agent, and I'm able to sell you any real estate that's available on or off market throughout the state of Alabama. So I want you to reach out to me. I also want you to know that my broker is also has a brokerage. He's also a broker in Tennessee. So we're able to help you in the state of Tennessee as well. So reach out to me. Third thing, I'm with National Land Realty. Baby, we're everywhere throughout the United States. So I can help you everywhere. If you have a problem in terms of credit, there are some new things that are available that you want to know about. All right. So here's what I want to explain to you. And I also want to tell you this up front. I may end this abruptly, right? Because I'm going to be going in and out of social media today. I'm in between my clients. I'm going to be popping in and out of social media today to help you guys with some information that's available to you. Whether you're aware of it or not, I want to enhance the things that you do know. So you've heard me talk about the SWOT analysis as it pertains to real estate. I specialize in homeownership pre-planning and much, much more. And if you've not gotten this book, Homeownership Pre-Planning and much, much more, pick it up. You can pick it up on Amazon.com. I also offer a free homeownership pre-planning course. It's designed to prepare you for homeownership or prepare you to expand your real estate portfolio by adding to it land. Remember, I can sell you homes or land. I specialize in land because I'm a land professional, but I've been a licensed realtor since 1991. So I'm able to assist you in any area that you may need help. You want to get this book because this book helps you even if you're currently a homeowner in a multitude of ways. And I'll come back on social media sometime today and explain to you more ways that this book can help you. When we talk about the SWOT analysis, it's something that I use to help you understand what position you're in now so that we can devise a plan to get you into your home, whether it be a long or short-term plan. It's a way to get it done. So firstly, in the SWOT analysis, we identify your strengths. We look at the things that you already have that will enhance your viability, right? So we look at, do you have consistent payments, specifically talking about rental payments. These are things that can now be added to the credit bureau or to your report. Based on new guidelines that can actually have an even greater bearing on your overall score. Also, we look at whether or not you've got family or community or somehow to support your down payment assistance. Now, what we're going to talk about when I come back to do something on social media later, I'm not quite sure what it'll be or how long it'll be because I'm going to be going in and out of social media as I work with my clients today, as I have my appointments. But what I want to share with you later on are grants that are available that will finance the purchase of land. Yeah. Or if you already own land and you need help developing land, there are grants that will help you with developing that land, specifically for agriculture and also for home ownership. All right. So if you want to develop a residential area and you want to do it in a real rural area, there are funds for that. There are grants for that. If you just want to purchase your own land and turn it into a homestead, in rural areas, there are grants for that as well. If you want to conserve certain conservation areas and preserve them, there are grants for that. So when we look at your strengths, we're looking at whether or not you have stable employment, or if you don't have stable employment, where there is income stability that can be averaged out so that underwriters can see your viability. All right. So even if your income is modest, does it demonstrate reliability, or is there some consistency that we can use to illustrate to the underwriters financial stability. When we look at the SWOT analysis, we look at your strengths, we look at your weaknesses. Are you facing current barriers that we can walk through? Are there debts or collections that are currently weighing down on your credit score? Are there gaps in your income that create difficulty to show that you have viable finances or credibility there? Are there savings issues where you don't have funds to support the upfront costs? These are things that we break down. You make it clear to me, and we're able to break down step by step and overcome every one of these hurdles. See, by identifying the weaknesses, homeowners or potential homeowners can begin to prioritize what we need to do, how we need to set, where we focus our attention, such as reducing interest debt or building a small emergency fund. So we've got here ways to compound interest. We've just got all kinds of ways here to pay down debt, to prepay interest. You'd be surprised what's in this book. Homeownership, pre-planning, and much, much more. It's a resource, right? So it reads like a resource. It doesn't read like a book telling a story. It reads like a resource. From chapter to chapter, it's providing a resource that can help you empower your viability for purchasing real estate, whether you want to do it on an investment scale, on a larger scale, on an individual scale, where you're just looking out for your own ownership of your home and maybe additional land to go with it. But it also helps you if you want to cultivate, if you want to move into investment on a higher scale. This book helps you to cultivate that. It has step-by-step instructions, even down to how to understand the financial statement and prepare one that will be decent enough to submit to your accountant for auditing, along with supporting documentation. So this book just talks about a lot. It even talks about non-qualifying mortgage lenders for those business owners who are interested in purchasing real estate. Back to the SWOT analysis. We've looked at your strengths. We've looked at your weaknesses. Now we're looking at opportunities, leveraging new tools and programs. That's what I'm going to pop back in later on today and talk about some of the programs that are available that will help you with grants to purchase real estate. Yeah. So when we're looking at potential things that buyers can explore, again, can you use your rent, your utilities, or your phone bills to report positive payments that will help to enhance your credit reporting? Because the credit reporting has taken a different turn. So underwriters are now using a different type of software in terms of credit. They're now looking at predictability. Based on your average performance, they're going to use this software to predict what the likelihood of your ability to be able to repay. But we can leverage some things that you've got going for you as opportunities, right? To help us with new programs. All right. So are there any local and federal down payment assistance programs that may be available to you? We'll walk through all of this during your homeownership pre-planning and much, much more course that we walk you through. And if you decide to sign up or register for that course, this book comes to you free. If you're not interested in the course, you can get this book. It is I'm trying to think of, it's a resource, but it's not just this, it's a vast resource. So it helps you in a variation of ways. I just don't have enough time now to tell you about all of the ways. Pick it up and you'll see what I mean. All right. So also one other thing that we want to look at in terms of opportunities, could nonprofit credit counseling or debt management help in certain areas to reconstruct and make your monthly payments more manageable? See, these opportunities allow buyers to accelerate credit improvement without waiting years for traditional debt repayment. Also, sellers, when you're pricing your property, you want to consider when I've noticed in some cases when I've listed property that buyers will make an offer, and in that offer they will include a little bit more than what they've listed, the property has been listed for, and then they'll request that the seller pay their closing costs. And I've actually had some sellers to say, no, I don't want to do that. But here's the thing, they're offering more than your list price to make sure that the cost of the closing is included, and they include a clause regarding the appraisal. So it's understood, of course, if the property doesn't appraise for that amount, then we'd have to come back and renegotiate. But if it does appraise, then it gives the opportunity for them to purchase the property, less having to pay the closing costs. They'll actually be financing the closing costs. And in some cases, it poses no additional cost to the seller. So these are things, sellers, that you want to consider. Now, when we go back to that SWOT analysis, we've already looked at strengths, we looked at weaknesses, we looked at opportunities of leveraging new tools and programs. Now let's look at threats. Recognizing external risk. Yeah. So when we're looking at that, some people say, well, I want to wait. But if you do that, you need to consider how rising interest rates, right, or stricter lending standards might affect your eligibility. When you see an opening, it's like doing double dutch. You look for your opportunity to jump in, and then you keep it moving. In this case, we've gotten some opportunities in terms of underwriting. As you guys know, Fannie Mae has removed their restrictive credit reporting rating. There was a minimum, and they've removed that minimum, which is great. It's an opportunity. Since they've removed that minimum, that gives you guys an opportunity to show your valuability in a variation of other ways that the underwriters can now see. They can see beyond your rating into some other ways that you're considered valuable, right? All right. So when you talk about waiting to a later date, you don't know if the underwriting guidelines are going to remain this way. You don't know if something's going to happen and some of these things are going to be changed. But right now you've got a window. You don't know if interest rates are going to rise. You've got a window of opportunity. You want to take advantage of it while this window of opportunity is available. Could unexpected medical bills or job instability derail your progress? If you've got some things that are lined up that are a strength to you, you need to move forward now. Even though they're weaknesses, we can overcome the weaknesses as we walk through the process of the homeownership pre-planning and much, much more. Are you vulnerable to predatory lending and credit repair scams? I want to tell you something. A lot of you are not in a position to actually pay for the credit restoration as you should. So you grab these almost too good to be true programs, and they are in some cases. I want to tell you, we've talked about here about the different credit reporting acts and the letters that are available that you can challenge them. There's different statutes that are available, and the letters that match the statutes that you can use to challenge certain things that are being reported on your credit report. In this program, we actually give those letters to the homeowner or the potential homeowner that takes the class, that's registered for the class. We give them to them. We give them instructions on how it may best be to use them. We don't send them out for you. We don't do any of that, but we provide you with the letters and show you how to apply them and how to use them. This way you're in control of it. You understand. We teach you the nature of the statute. Right, so that you understand it, so that you know how to apply the letters, who to send what to, at what interval in the stage, okay? All right, so that can be a benefit to you. All right, this will help you if you're aware of any threats. This can help you to safeguard. This can help you to set aside certain emergency funds and also help you with working with HUD approved counseling agencies when you understand how to apply these, strategies to offset threats. Yeah. So that's our SWOT analysis. We look at your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities that we can leverage, and then we recognize the threats and how we can offset those threats and move in a timely manner. All right, well, I have been going on and I'm going to stop. I'll be coming back later on in between my clients here on social media today. That's why we call it Super Real Estate Sunday. I'm Jacqueline Battle with National Land Realty, and I want to remind you that this is the best time to purchase real estate. Why? Because it's a buyer's market. It's a seller's market. Baby, it's your market. Call me today.